What we're going to do now is we're going to create an image, okay, a texture, but completely from the beginning, okay? We're not going to use a reference image like we were using, for example, before. So for this, you'll find no images which you'll need, okay? This is going to be completely done from scratch, okay? We're going to create a marble texture, which is something like this, all right? And I'm going to show you how, basically, okay? Let's close this. As soon as you have this, we're going to need to press on create new, because this time we don't need to open any image. Okay, so create new, and we're going to use a custom size. Okay, we're going to instruct Photoshop to create us a canvas which is 800 by 800. So on this side, okay, 800 pixels, by the way, not centimeters or something. Okay, make sure that you have pixels, and we're going to put 800 by 800. Okay, press create. So like this, we get a kind of square. All right. Well, once we have this, we would need to press on create layer. All right. We've got a new layer, and now we're going to start getting these, basically making these textures. Okay. That we're going to do using filter. Filter, all right. We're going to click on render, and we're going to choose clouds. Many of you might notice that they got this in different colors, okay? This depends on what colors you have selected here. So let's say if I press undo, and let's say if I have green as foreground and let's say purple as background, when I do this, I'm going to have them in green and purple. Okay, personally I prefer my marble in black and white. All right, so I'm going to choose the foreground as white and the background as black. Okay, do whatever you like. I mean, this doesn't really make a difference. Okay, and we're going to, like I said, render clouds, and we're going to get something like this. All right, obviously it looks nothing like marble, so we need to continue editing this. Now, to do that, we're going on filter. All right, we're going on stylize, and we're going to choose find edges. Okay, so get something like this. Once again, nothing like marble yet. All right, this obviously we would need to edit a bit more. So we're going on image. All right, from image we're going to choose adjustments, and we're going to use what we used in the one of the city as well, which is in this case levels. All right, these levels we are going to push to the other side that are from here. Channel, leave it RGB, don't move it, and we're going to make it a bit darker, something, let's say, like this. All right, I mean, eyeball it, you know, it doesn't need to be exact. Mine is 0.09. See what looks good in your case, and press OK. All right, this is going to be the background for our marble. So in my case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to blur it a bit, because marble really doesn't look like this. So I'm going on filter, I'm going to choose blur, and I'm going to use Gaussian blur. Okay, that, and we can make it, let's say, 5 pixels, something like that. All right, mine is already on 5, and press OK. If you're not seeing the preview, you just need to click on this. All right, it's very helpful to see what's going to happen. So that's our sort of background for our marble, so to speak. But you'll notice that still marble doesn't look like this at all right? And for that reason, we're going to create another layer. Okay, we're going to continue editing. And on this layer, on the empty layer, we're going to render clouds again. all right, just as we did in the beginning. So render clouds, all right, and we're going to get this again. It feels like we went a step back. Okay, we didn't. We're going to basically create those lines, those fine lines that one sees and are commonly known for marble, right? Mela, we rendered clouds. We're going to render something else on it. So we're going on filter, okay, render again, but this time we're choosing difference clouds, okay, and you'll notice that it became something like this. All right, these are going to be the veins of our marble, so to speak. Now let's edit this a bit. We're going on image, adjustments, and levels again. All right, and we would need to drag this to the side. You see how now they'll start looking more and more like veins. Okay, I put it like it's 5.65, like once again, eyeball it, see what makes sense in your case. Okay, and press OK. Now it's looking more and more like marble, right? However, the bottom layer is not showing. Okay, this is just the top layer. So I'm going to change the layer blending mode basically, and I'm going to change it. Let's say where's lights? All right, if it light is a bit too harsh, you'll notice. Let's change it to hard light. All right, this kind of makes sense, right? Mela, the veins are slightly a bit too harsh. Okay, so let's go on filter, blur, Gaussian blur again. So we blur it a bit. You'll notice with 5 pixels, it's a bit too blurred. All right, so I'm going to reduce it a bit this time. I put it around 2. Okay, press OK. And that's our marble texture. Okay, because you'll notice that this looks slightly, the patterns look slightly different than the first one that I showed you. Every time you press render, it's going to be randomly generated, so it always sort of looks slightly different. Okay, but this is how you get a texture which you have made from scratch, basically, in this case of marble. But as you notice, there's a lot of things to play around with. Okay, so be creative, try things. Okay, Mela, as always, let me know where you encounter any problems, or if you don't manage to do this.